I don't know the words to anything other than Busta Rhymes, look at me now. But I'm feeling like I'm running. I feel like I gotta get away. And I know that I don't and I won't ever stop because I gotta win every day.
What? Liza Koshy, welcome to Nice Talk.
Hey, thank you for having me. This and Good Hang are on my bucket list, so I'm so happy.
I'm so excited that I could say the words welcome to Nice Talk. I know that we've been trying to get this off the ground for a while. You're very busy.
You're very busy.
And we will talk about why you're so busy soon enough, but thank you for joining us in studio.
Yeah, I'm stoked to be here. Truly, This is one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. And yes, it took the offer for me to start listening to it, but when I did, I was in deep, and there was so much insight and information and wisdom with your guests that you choose to have on. It's very intentional, and I'm very honored to be here.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. You know, on this podcast, it's really important to me to have on incredible, interesting women that I admire, and we really talk about that intersection of money and power and style.
Which I love. We're not encouraged to talk about.
Right?
I love that you're destigmatizing it.
Yes, that was the whole point. It's like, we are told that style is supposed to be easy and like good girls don't talk about money and all of that thing. So I'm like, let's talk about all these things and have a nice talk.
You're talking to a model minority. You're talking to a model minority who was told nose to the pavement, don't talk about your successes. But no, I'm going to speak about it today.
Let's get into it. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what your understanding was of those three things when you were growing up. Like, did you guys talk about money in your household?
No.
Power? Like, tell me about it.
No, never. Money was off the table, at the table. You never talked about it. You never asked others how much money they made or how much money's in their pocket. You always put your card down first, which leads to me fighting all of my friends at the dinner table over the check. And I always win because I got that aggressive Indian uncle energy that's like, I'm going to pay for this. I really need there to be like a cinematic scene between two brown uncles fighting over the check.
And then the
table.
Nigerian uncle in the corner who's like...
What does the Nigerian uncle say?
Grabbing that.
You got it.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to pay for it. We are two sides of the same culture, my friend.
Yes,
like,
okay. I figured, but hey, I didn't want to assume a stereotype, but I figured.
It's very much like, fight over who can pay for something.
Yes. And it's such like a love language to like show up and show your company how much they mean to you and how much of value they are to you and wanting to pay for that. But my God, that was the only time we talked about money. So at the table growing up, power meant age, wisdom.
Oh.
That's where power lied, was in how much life you had experienced and how much wisdom you had to bestow for younger generations or to younger generations. Money was something to be earned, something to work incredibly hard for, something to make an Excel spreadsheet around. We didn't even know what to put in the X or the Y. Like we didn't know why we were opening up Excel, but we were just supposed to like save.
Yeah, exactly.
And then work towards buying a pogo stick. What else? Style, right? Had no definition whatsoever, and you could tell.
Yeah. You grew up in Texas, is that right? Okay,
Houston, Texas.
Okay, right.
And there were so many influences there. Houston is the most diverse city in the nation, outside of New York. Like beyond New York, actually.
Okay.
So there's a massive, I think that's due to the medical center that's drawing in so many
Yeah.
Nigerians, Indians. We've got a massive Ethiopian community too. Like everybody's from everywhere. It's a big old melting pot or mixed salad, whatever analogy you want to give. And so there was so many style influences that I was like, I'm overwhelmed. I choose nothing.
Okay.
I'm going to wear Gauchos and unisex pants from Walmart or Costco.
But who didn't wear Gauchos in the 2000s? That was the
velvet
pant.
Gauchos with a maternity waistline. What was I
wow,
doing?
okay.
I was 8. Like it flipped downwards and it gave me too much room. So much room that I became a chubby kid with a personality. Thank God.
So I want to talk about how, your incredible outgoing personality led you to your creator career. You started on Vine and then on YouTube. But according to my notes, by the time you were in college, you amassed quite a following, which led you to drop out and move to LA.
Hey, I took a gap year. It just became a gap decade. I didn't start
you
coming
just didn't go back.
Yeah,
you took the gap and you let it. You could still.
My Uber's here.
Having that conversation with brown and black parents, I'm going to take a gap year, but heads
not a
up, I'm never going back. Yeah, what was that like?
Well, I'll take you back even further in time a little bit and tell you why I am the way I am, which is psychotic. I am the youngest of 3. So I had 2 older sisters, 8 years older and 6 years older.
Okay.
And so millennials, I'm a Gen Z millennial cusp. I'm 96, the very last year.
Okay.
If Zendaya's Gen Z, I'm Gen Z, okay? And then being ethnically ambiguous too, everybody claimed me too.
Yeah.
That's such a an amazing superpower that I'm so honored to have, being kind of like not a blank slate because it's brown, but like allowing others to see themselves in me because they don't know what I am. And so they just identify with someone who's brown and someone who is passionate, loud about what they do. And that's, I feel honored to be able to experience that. So with that generation gap, my sisters were out of the house long before me. I felt like a little bit of an only child that was left to her own devices, literally to entertain myself. And I was at home playing dolls with myself. By the time I wanted to play, my sisters were like, we got to hit puberty. We're moving
out
on
of here.
And we want no part of whatever this is. I mean, I fully was just left to myself and my characters, and I gave them a wig and a mustache and clothes, and then I put them on YouTube, and that's what garnered an audience, was my own version of Inside Out. Amy Poehler, if you're casting another one, I would love to be there.
Hey, Amy.
Hey, Io, if you you need a day off, let me know. I'm so thankful to have the bond with my parents now. That alone time allowed them to experience me as a child. For me to leave home at 19, come back during the pandemic like everybody and their mothers did. They got to experience me as, a little bit more of a well-rounded adult at 24 or 25. So I'm very lucky to say that I have graduated to friendship with my parents.
Okay.
And not everybody can say that.
So when you said, like, I'm going to take this gap year, they were like, okay, we get it.
No, not at all.
Okay.
So
they were like, sure?
No. It was the summer between my sophomore and junior year that I garnered an audience online through Vine. And I came back after that sophomore year into junior year with still no boobs, but I did come with somehow
a big audience.
Huge, giant audience. And and it was wild that the incoming freshman class started recognizing me.
Okay.
And I realized I didn't have, I still can't say the word, anonymity. I no longer had anonymity.
Yep.
It was exciting because it was new, and I was performing all the time to people that had known me for the way I would perform online. And that's something I still work through to this day. But to go back to my parents at that dinner table when we were having the conversation around, is this something you want to explore? It was not allowed to be explored. I was 17. I was making videos online. God knows who was in the audience that they could not see because it's the digital realm, and whoever's on the other side could be a creepy man older than my father watching me, and there's no paywall.
Right.
I'm doing it for feces.
Right.
And so for my dad, that was really concerning, and rightfully so. So we went through each of my followers. We blocked every single one of them.
Wow.
And then unblocked them to get them to unfollow me. At the time, you couldn't remove a follower,
okay.
right? So my sister was the one that actually tattletaled on me, and my sister who ended up working with me years down the line later. Rightfully so. Like, your little sister's up to weird shit on the internet.
She's like, hey guys, just want to raise a flag here.
Yeah, it was from love, but I was like,
little
asshole. We went through and deleted all of them, and at the time I had about 3,000 followers on Instagram. We whittled it down to 1,500. So I said, I went to a Texas high school. I was like, there's 1,500 kids in my school. I know all of them, I swear.
Yeah.
I didn't. But I had a backup account, iPod Touch, that I was running my business on. So they took my phone away, and I continued running it. And I tucked it in between the mattress and my bed and would stay up late at night with the sheet over me, just glowing. And as I did that, it wasn't until I was about 18 years old and taking a college tour trip at Emory University, and another tour started following our tour. And they were literal followers from online in real life that my dad got to see and watch the interactions between, and watching them be really wholesome interactions of like, oh, I see myself in you. And I still, to this day, that still just like strikes a chord in my heart where it's just, wow. And my dad realized that it was a positive impact that I was having online and not one to be concerned about so much. So then he kind of let go. I was 18 at that point, so you really have to, you don't have to because they don't sometimes, but he let go. And then had a discussion with me at 19 years old when I came back from a trip from VidCon, Video Convention, in 2015. And on that trip, I met a guy, and I met a manager, and I met an agent, Avi Wasserman. Shout out to my man. And we sat down together and had coffee, and he's been my agent for the past 10 years.
Oh my gosh,
and we've just
incredible.
grown together. I'm so lucky. He's like a brother to me and a mentor to me, and one of the kindest humans I've ever had the pleasure of growing up with. And I met my manager to be, and the man to be, and he was a boy. And and I told my dad about how exciting it was to feel like I had a community in LA, and he was like, well, do you want to take a gap year and explore your options out there and immerse yourself into the resources and sharpen your tools? And I was like, yeah, I want to go. I don't know what sharpen tools means, but I'm on my way. Go get lit. Yeah. So I went, and I had enough, speaking of money, enough money to support myself on my own.
Because that's a financial risk. Like,
It is.
what was that moment like for you?
An Excel spreadsheet. And I genuinely used the tools that my dad gave me at 9 to create an Excel spreadsheet and figure out if I had enough to sustain a lifestyle that I wanted to live in LA. And I'll eat whatever, I'll sleep wherever. And we found a really gorgeous 1-bedroom apartment. And to be able to say that's your first spot in LA means like, damn girl, you did some tea deals on Vine.
I'm like, whoa.
I promoted the hell out of that tea.
Yeah.
But it gave me the ability to move out, and I'm so thankful for that.
What made you move from LA to New York? I'm curious.
Oh man, I always thought I would live in New York.
Okay.
I never thought I would live in LA, but that boy persuaded me.
He gotcha.
He got me. He read me in. He did. But I was excited. I had met so many members of my community still to this day at that time. And it just felt like the right move. But I never saw myself being, I don't like the beach.
And everyone's like, I love the weather. It's like, well, but if you're not taking advantage
I don't like
of
the weather.
it's kind of like, you don't think
It's
you have to live
perfect.
there.
I hate that. I need range.
I want to talk about the moment that your 73 questions video that you did for Vogue led to you being the red carpet correspondent that year. You have powerful manifestation skills.
It's wild to say manifested because, yes, I asked directly, can I go to the Met Gala? I put it on the cookies in that 73 questions video. Shout out to my manager at the time who encouraged me to do that. I put Met Gala ? And I really just wanted to attend. But they said, you're going to have to sing for your dinner. So I sang, I belted, I yelled. I interviewed everybody and their mothers on that carpet, and they gave me a thick binder of recent facts, recent Instagram posts of every guest attending.
The research.
And I studied the hell out of that like I would for any acting role. And I stepped into that as everybody's cheerleader, just the hype woman of the night, who's here to celebrate you and your artistry and who you're wearing tonight and how long it took to cultivate this moment and how many steps it took for you to literally make it up here to this Vogue pedestal and talk to me. In that moment, I just wanted to create the utmost sense of relief for that person that they're about to go inside and enjoy the night. And the glam is done, the photos are done, and all the little tiny details are secured and taken care of. And now it's time for you to be a human who gets to enjoy this experience.
Did you have a favorite person that you spoke with that night?
I think Rihanna, because she just seemed like she didn't give a damn about any of the details to begin with. I think Cardi, I see a lot of myself in Cardi. I love the way Cardi as a performer shows up.
And she's such a hard worker. You know, I'm a Cardi stan.
But yeah, that I prepped as much as I could, and then I played. And that was so fun to see who was willing to play with me.
Yeah. How did your Met Gala look come together?
Oh, man, that was terrifying to step into. So I had to give my own take. It was going to be fresh. I feel like it was such an experiment for Anna. And Anna picked out my outfit the very first year, that little black cocktail dress. Yeah. I didn't have a choice. I was just, you're going to wear this. And I said, okay.
Yeah, and you're going to look great in it.
And then you're going to look good in ankle boots. And you're going to rock the hell out of them.
That is such a massive stage to have at 22. That's really wild.
And I was in the middle of Liza on Demand, my series on YouTube. We had 8 episodes that season. I was directing my episode. I flew to the Met, and then I came back that very next morning to continue directing. And I look back at that, and I'm like, I'm so proud of you.
You should be so proud of you.
I am. I really am.
With the Met Gala, you're obviously thinking about fashion and style. I'm curious about how your relationship with style has evolved as you've sort of grown up in the public eye. How'd you go from Velvet Gauchos to Alessandra Rich hosting the Met Gala?
You know how I feel about my Velvet Gauchos. You can do a full circle joke on me with that? Damn, Nikki. Man, I'm so glad my style's evolved. I feel like now I'm gravitating towards staples, loose, something a little interesting about the outfit. Maybe it's the purse, maybe it's the belt, maybe it's it's the hairstyle, but just like one interesting aspect, and everything else is very just, I don't know, a palette cleanser right now is what I'm going through as I wear a full cheetah print.
But that's the look, and you've got a simple black shoe on, your hair is slicked back, like that's the star.
Thank you. I feel seen.
Do you work with a stylist? Is Yael?
Yes,
okay.
Yael Quinn.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, she's a great stylist.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's amazing. She has such an incredible taste and such incredible relationships, and watching her navigate those and create moments. I love making a meal out of a moment, and she does too. So I feel so much alignment there. She's been a friend for a year, and we just started working together on this press run for Naked Gun.
The photo that I saw of you on Instagram in the lawn van, it's like the deep plunging. Was that the premiere for the Naked Gun, or was that?
That was the premiere.
Okay.
So they
Talk
had
to me
several.
about that look. How that, like, why that dress? Why did it speak to you?
It seemed like the coolest piece, literally, like I'm talking temperature, coolest piece to wear at 92 degrees, which is what New York was experiencing at the time of the premiere.
Yep.
And I was like, whatever allows my body to breathe. My whole back was out.
Beautiful color too.
Oh, thank you. That
gorgeous.
silver gray.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Oh, it's stunning.
Yeah.
I don't know what is it called? The color theory or color?
Oh, right. Yeah, where they hold like the sheet up to you and they're like, you're warm, you're like cool or whatever. I don't know. You just looked good in it.
Thank you so much.
That's it.
I was like, I don't look at any of that. I don't know, understand that. I hope that I have range and I can wear whatever color I want.
I mean,
but
you're
that's
brown,
fine.
so you can.
Thank you. Both Nigerian and Indian. Wears heavy patterns.
1000%. Bright colors.
Bright colors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so ancestrally, we've always been able to wear this. Yeah, it was a comfortable outfit. I felt like there was something so interesting about the asymmetry of the way the kind of fell across my body. I love a halter neck on myself. And Yael she's just so calm in such chaos of a fitting. And we had, I think, 6 different outfits that we fit together over the course of this entire press run. We did Sirius XM with Andy. We did Today Show. And I got to wear David Coma. Got to wear brands that I love that she's worked with for the longest time. Lanvin. What else? I'll make sure to say Lanvin, not Lanvin.
Hanging out with fashion people long enough. Yes, much appreciated.
Because I, like Kiki Palmer, will say, yes, I'm wearing Lowe's. I'm wearing Lanvin.
I will say a lot of people have said Lowe's for it's Loewe. Yes, but a lot of people said Lowe's for a really long time. That was a tricky one. I read a piece that you did with the Coveteur in 2024, and it said that you'd bought nearly everything pre-owned for the last 2.5 years. Is that still true? And like, what was your process for buying pre-loved items?
Oh man, as I pop my collar, this Celine from 1990s.
Okay.
I love the Real so much.
Yeah.
That's all I shop.
Yeah.
The Real, as well as 2nd Street LA, New York, Buffalo Exchange, Crossroads. Like, I love secondhand.
Yeah.
I mean, pieces made back in the day are made so well. They're made to be passed on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm collecting for my kids.
Yeah.
I'm collecting for me now, but I'm so excited for my kids to dig through my closet and be like, damn, Mom. I was just so excited to find like a thin coat that was cheetah, that was a brand that I loved.
So are you scrolling like every night? Do you set your terms? Like, what are your tips for conquering the Real?
For conquering the Real, I recommend scrolling every other night.
Okay.
Replacing your doom scroll time with a little Real. Keep it real. And just mark the things that you love. There's a little heart option. Heart it, and then wait until it goes down to 30% off. And that's when you tap in. Because when it hits 40% off, it's not returnable. It stretches you thin, but it is patience.
It's patience. So the thing that I deal with on the Real is the sort of like, is it going to go if I don't buy it right now? Is this my one chance? And then how do I make peace with it possibly leaving? Like, I feel like I go through these mental gymnastics when I'm shopping the Real. Do you ever deal with that?
100%. But that's good. Let's expose ourselves to the emotional roller coaster.
Yes.
And to know what it feels like to see something go. And if you love it, let it go.
Let it go.
And sometimes it comes back and then it says coming soon. Oh. And then you were really meant to have it.
I love the coming soon.
I love the coming soon.
I want to go back to your creator career for a second, because I read that you posted on YouTube every week for 2.5 years. What was that time like in your life?
Oh, isolating. It was isolating because I was doing a lot of it on my own. And I will shout out that boy and shout out Kristen, my really good friend. I didn't want to bother anybody or be a burden and ask like, hey, can you film me being an idiot in public? Hard turn, but one of my favorite Lucille Ball quotes is, I'm not funny, I'm brave. And I deeply feel that
Yeah.
in my bones. And this entire conversation, you've been calling me a creator, and I really appreciate that, because there's different areas of this industry, meaning the internet or digital creation, that are creators, that are influencers, that are sketch artists, that are da-da-da. And now we're starting to see those branches versus calling everybody an influencer.
You know, The Naked Gun just came out on Friday.
Yeah.
Now you're just going to be actress, Liza
I know.
Koshy.
And that's the thing, is like I give myself grace because I've been acting since 2015 too, and there is such a patience around
Yes.
the world catching up. I can't depend on somebody else's perception to be my definition of myself. And at one point I allowed that perception to be my definition, and that perception was just an influencer, just this. And although I've been acting since 2015, since Tyler Perry gave me my first role in Boo and Madea Halloween, although I've been acting consistently since, and I've had movies like Family Affair and Work It, which was my utmost pride and joy with Sabrina Carpenter, in a dance movie, like that was summer camp for me. In my soul, there is a neutral feeling in my gut when I say I'm an actor. And I feel so proud to be able to own that now fully, and be in New York and be excited to go on stage one day.
So that period of posting was isolating. I'm curious, what was the best part about having all of those eyeballs on you? Billions of streams, millions of subscribers.
Oh man. Best part was, like I said earlier, people seeing themselves in me and seeing a means of an opportunity for themselves to explore. And I saw myself in Raven Simone, and I saw myself in Will Smith, and I got to be that for somebody else. And that is the coolest feeling in the world, to know that, like, for somebody, I showed them it's possible. And now it's become possible for so many.
In 2018, you took a break from YouTube. What was the impetus for that, and how did that go?
I mean, I feel like I was locked into a definition of myself, and I wrote that definition myself. So then to not see my self outside of it was a struggle for me. I put myself in this Disney Channel role where I was like, I'm Hannah Montana. This is what you can expect from me, is this girl with this wig on.
Right.
And if you don't get that, are you going to be disappointed in me? Because I'm a people pleaser. I'm a relapsing people pleaser. No, please let me please you.
Yeah.
Please. And to let that go, and to know that I needed other life experiences to inform my work, to inform my storytelling, to just inform my life. I just had my heart shattered at the time. I needed to go learn a new love, learn a new language, learn just different parts of the world, experiences outside of my own. Like, I didn't want to be confined to this echo chamber of a writer's room up here. I wanted to go and experience writer's room in other rooms that I was lucky to be welcomed into, like Liza On Demand. I was always a people person.
And then of course you are. Yeah.
And then I locked myself in my room like I did when I was a kid and cranked out content.
I imagine it's hard because you sort of, you see the algorithms, you see it all kind of working a little bit, and you're like, okay.
It was freeing, and I also experienced all the disappointment and all the comments. Like, comments destroyed me fully. I was, 20, I was 19 when I started, and I stopped creating on YouTube when I was 22 or 23 consistently. 22, I think.
What were the comments?
How dare you chase the big bucks over us? And I wasn't.
Oh, wow.
YouTubers make bank.
Yeah.
And I'm very lucky to say that I have a little money in my pocket still from those days. I wanted to grow. So I left those relationships, and I left the thing that I kept myself in a box in. And I went and explored the world. And I'm so glad I did.
Everyone will have a hater somewhere. And that's just like the nature of social media and the nature of being in the public eye, honestly. So what I love is that you've been included on countless power lists. This is major. Forbes 30 under 30, Hollywood and Entertainment list, Time list of the 25 most influential people on the internet, Times 100 next list. Okay. That's a lot of positive reinforcement that you're making an impact on a massive audience. What do you hope your impact is?
I'm such a Girl Scout. On my honor, I would try to serve God in my country and live by the Girl Scout law, which is leave it a better place than you found it. It's just about making it a little easier and a little lighter, because life is heavy, life is hard, life is weird, life stinks. The shit smells. If you can make it a little less stank for the people of the world, then you should.
So as I mentioned on this podcast, we like to talk about money, and I'm very curious.
How much do you have?
I don't have enough, I'll tell you that.
Get on YouTube.
I know that you have a team negotiating for you now, but in the past, would you say that you were good at advocating for yourself? Like, how were you having those money conversations?
You've heard the story 1,000 times from other people, but I still to this day have a fake assistant email. I don't have an assistant. I currently do not have one at this time. If I am accepting applications, I need help. But I still have a fake assistant email that advocates for me. So
okay.
Any brands have interacted with Andy, that's Andy from Devil Wears Prada. It's a way for me to advocate for myself without it coming directly from me, because you can ask any member of my team. I cannot help but write jokes in emails.
Are you the kind of person, though, when you're going into these negotiations, are you like, ask for the moon and maybe you'll fall amongst the stars? Or are you just like, yeah, you'll go for it?
I used to just go for it and accept what I was receiving, because I was just in the mindset that was created at my childhood dinner table. Mm-hmm. Be grateful for what you're given. And don't ask for more. Don't ever expect more. And now I ask for as much as I need.
Right.
And if you're able to meet me there, amazing. And if you're not, we'll figure out a way to make it work somehow.
Yeah. Do you have a tribe or a group of people that you will run these money questions by? Like, how much should I ask for? Okay.
An honest Arcus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peers are so important to have. People who pursue the same delusional dream that has yet to be realized into life yet. Somehow our ADHD just neutralizes when we're together and we're able to tackle shit and get shit done. Yeah.
You've mentioned in interviews, though, that you've turned down large amounts of money because you didn't feel like it connected to the project and you wanted to focus on quality. I'm curious, though, how do you balance that sort of money-making aspect with the artistry? How do you do the art and commerce of it all?
I think someone asked Frank Ocean, man, how are you able to just create art and then remain so elusive? Mm-hmm. And he said, well, I choose to be broke. People can't see your face too much. They have to miss you. And I understand that now. That was never an intention for me to like, I'm going to go off of YouTube so you guys know what you lost.
Right.
Like, it was never a distance makes the heart go fonder. Watch this.
Well,
but it does. You know, you miss the friend that you don't see as often. And when you do get together, it's just like you take pleasure in the moments that you do have together. That's special. That's why I left YouTube, was just like for my own authenticity. I wanted to make sure that I was coming from a very genuine place. I don't want something to feel forced. What is that model to people?
Yeah.
You know, like that. What does that imprint on a kid who feels like I have to put myself in this box in order to be a success societally?
Right.
No, personally, success is important.
I want to talk to you a little bit about acting, obviously. Family Affair, Summer of '69, The Naked Gun. How have you navigated, I guess, sort of giving up some of that control with what you may have had as the content creator, the person who's doing the writing, directing, and all of the things, to stepping on somebody else's set?
Yes. Listen, I say I come in with punch-ups, with improv. Improv, something you come up with off the cuff, and I like to write it down beforehand and call it improv. That's what I've been hired to do. You saw my audition tape, which had improv in it, which had an insane name slate, which grabbed your attention because I gave it love and attention. And so I'm going to show up to set the same way, and then figure out on set what play looks like, if you're going to let me play or if I need to stick to script. And so you kind of just walk in with the energy that you gave in the audition and see where it goes. I tend to give a lot more than I need to because I find the joy in it. And so I've been told by a director before, can you just say the words on the plate? Please, for the love, just one time to script.
Okay.
I've had another director say, do it like you did in the audition. I'll take any direction. Sometimes not hearing direction puts you more in a headspace of like, am I doing anything right? Am I telling the story? Like, are they going to cut me tomorrow?
Right.
So I'd rather hear an angry director or someone who, has a POV than someone who's silent. Summer of '69 on Hulu with Chloe Fineman. She did such a spectacular job. I'm so proud of her.
Yeah,
she killed that.
I love Chloe.
And Jillian Bell, who's a beast. She's a scene stealer in anything she's been in. So to watch her own being a director is so fun. And I got to be directed by her. And I didn't say a damn word on that page. And she was so happy with it.
Did you ever have any moments, I'm curious, some would say like you're walking into these sets with like traditional actors.
Yeah.
Did you ever deal with imposter syndrome? Like did that hit you, or were you like, no, I belong here. I'm as good as the next one. I just happened to start on Vine.
I totally had imposter syndrome in the very beginning. And that was due to some actors being like, you're only here for marketing reasons. Or I had, unfortunately, someone that I was in a deep relationship with tell me that you're only getting hired because you're ethnically ambiguous. You're getting hired because you're a brown woman and Cardi B's working, so you kind of look like her and you're going to work too.
I don't like that.
and it came from somebody that I loved, and to hear that from someone that you respect just hurt. It just hurt. And it makes you feel like, oh, my value's only in what I look like. Like, definitely imposter syndrome for sure, but I can't give it that power anymore. I think
how'd you get over it?
I think after just experience.
Okay.
I think time, experience, wisdom. I think auditioning, hearing no, 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 and just hearing instead go, 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 keep going, girl, go, go, go. Everybody hears no, no, no.
Yeah.
And you just keep going. Any role that you've seen, I've auditioned for. The only thing that I've been offered was Summer of '69. That was through just because my relationship with Jillian from Good Burger 2. Like, what? Okay. You do the jobs that excite you, and then you meet people that are excited by you, and then you continue to foster a creative community that taps into each other. You make your own Adam Sandler, and then you take them all to Hawaii. You know, like that's the point, is to just continue to build people and your tribe.
You have these incredible acting credits: A Family Affair, Summer of '69, and then The Naked Gun just premiered August 1st. You play Detective Barnes is the name of your character, right? Tell us about Detective Barnes.
Man, Detective Barnes was fun to play. She was originally Officer Lopez, and they cast me, and I was ethically ambiguous. Barnes?
Barnes. They're like, what's the last name?
Blank slate.
Yeah.
It was really fun to just like tap into a very serious, dramatic role. So I've heard all the behind the scenes now. Seth MacFarlane, and who's our producer of Naked Gun.
He did Family Guy.
American Dad.
Also Liam Neeson, obsessed. I've seen every Taken. What was it like working with him on set? I heard you say that he was silly.
I feel like every serious, dramatic actor is actually a very silly human being.
Did you guys improv off of? Did you play off of each other?
Not so much.
Okay.
The script was so brilliant.
Yeah.
Akiva Schaffer and Doug Mand, Dan Greger are a writer trio for Naked Gun. And they did Rescue Rangers, Chippendale 2, and they're just hilarious writers. So there was just no work for me to do.
Right.
That's where I pulled up the set. And Akiva was like, do it like you did in the audition.
You're like, we've got it.
No. He said it. Yeah. He said it. I said it very sassily earlier, but he said it so like gently and was just like, no, you did it perfectly in the audition.
Okay.
That was
that's what we needed.
That, and we're set. I wanted to be silly. I wanted to improvise, and I started doing that, but that's not what this required.
Right.
They were very specific about casting dramatic actors. Pamela being dramatic, Liam being dramatic, Danny Houston as well, Kevin Durand, who we've never seen in a comedy either. Like, all very subtle, stoic actors. And I auditioned, and I don't know if Akiva knows what I do for a living. Honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
But it's his fault because the Lonely Island raised me. So he made me this broad character.
Yeah.
No, I started in drama, and I loved coming back to that and being just reeled in and nothing big and nothing too broad. It was just very natural.
When I saw Liam Neeson, I was like, "It's The Naked Gun. Is that The Naked Gun that I'm thinking about?"
It's like a departure for him.
Right, exactly. But so to see him in this role, and then to know that he's playing with Pamela Anderson with you, it's like, oh, that is fun.
Yes.
What'd you learn from him on set?
No matter how long, he's made over 100 movies. And every day feels like the first day of school to him. He's so excited. He loves what he does so much. And he shows up with just the utmost gratitude to be there.
Yeah.
And to call this work. He's just so happy no matter what to be there.
Okay, so what else does our audience have to look forward to from you?
So what brought me to New York was Shooting the Man with the Bag, which is a movie coming out, God knows when, Amazon, please let us know. I was so excited. Adam Shankman created the chaos that is Bring the House Down with Queen Latifah and Steve Martin. And I didn't know he was on my bucket list until I met him and then wrote his name on my bucket list. But I loved Hairspray, and like he choreographed all of that. I got to witness Adam choreograph this insane moment in The Man with the Bag. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is our Santa Claus.
Oh my gosh.
That's our governor. That's our actor.
Oh, wow.
That's our Santa Claus.
Okay, so before I let you go, we always like to end the podcast
with three questions.
A quick lightning round.
Lightning
listen.
round. I do.
Love.
If you could have anybody's closet, it would be.
Yes. It's working.
It's
I
working.
love it.
No, the structure's brilliant, and it's the most thoughtful questions I've ever been asked on a
Thank
podcast.
you.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
you know the first one. What's one thing money can't buy?
One thing money can't buy is uncontrollable laughter.
Oh, that's so good.
Unless you pay $13 to go see Naked Gun in theaters.
There it is. And then 13, please. 20, but it's worth
I
it.
was trying to reach the midway.
Oh, right. Okay, yes, true. Okay, if you could trade closets with anyone, who would it be and why?
It would be with my man. Because that would mean he exists. Papa, can you hear me? And that would mean he has impeccable style too, and I could borrow his shit.
All right, lastly, what's your go-to song when you want to feel powerful?
Okay, so I had too many answers for this one. But there's Bad Bunny. Nueva York. Dun, dun. I'm sorry, I'm not choosing one. I'm giving you four. Big X the Plug is an incredible rapper from Houston, or from Texas, I believe. I'm not sure from Houston, but I'll claim him. And I love. I think it's called Texas, the song.
Is that the one where he's like, I'm the biggest? No, not that. Yes, that one. Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, I think so. French jazz really gets me going.
Okay. You're going to have to tell me more.
I don't know what it was, but my first trip to Paris ever when I was 21 really just set off French jazz for me.
Okay.
And then ever since then, I play French jazz or like 1920s royalty free like cabaret music.
Oh, okay.
And I just feel like Liza Minnelli.
Right.
And I put on my
shoulders start shimmying and you're like
start doing a Bob Fosse, you know, and I feel powerful.
Yeah.
Something about that.
I love that.
There's no words. I don't know the words to anything other than Busta Rhymes. Look at me now. So fast, but I'm feeling like I'm running. I feel like I gotta get away. And I know that I don't and I won't ever stop because you know I gotta win every day.
What?
How
long did that take you to learn?
So long.
Okay.
I was 13 and just staring at lyricgenius.com.
Yep.
And memorizing it so that it was my party trick.
Well, Liza Koshy, thank you so much for joining me.
Do we have
Nice
time
Talk.
for my
We have
compliment
time.
segment?
Listen, I'll
because
take it.
I think
I'll
you should
take
create
it.
a new segment for people to compliment you and hype you up. That's what you need to do. Because I do not like doing podcasts. And I said yes immediately to you because I just felt your energy at the Marie Claire event in New York Fashion Week. And I was just like, oh, I feel really like safe with her. I'm so grateful to be on, and you have such brilliant humans on. You come in with genuine curiosity. It's not like, yo, we got to get some content, like we got to make a podcast. It is just you are here and you are present with every guest, and it's so fun to listen to. I'm so excited for people to watch it too now.
I mean, you know, I told you, it just feels like Nice Talk is such a great platform for me to just speak with women that I admire and who I think are interesting and intelligent and nuanced. And so it's just been such a blast to talk to you today.
Oh, yes. And power style, money, like that. We need to talk about that more as women and encourage young girls to talk about it too. So that as women, they feel the utmost power to talk about money and with style.
Exactly. Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining me. This has been a blast.
Thank you.
Hey.